Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. Sometimes it pays to be evil. Well, not in the case of the Doomraiders, as the entire premise of Trap Team is to beat them all up and send them back to prison. It's kind of a funny concept that you're basically their warden and forcing them back into their cell after a night of roughhousing. Just like in real prison, some of the Doomraiders put up a good fight while others kind of flounder. But overall, some fights are good and some are just plain bad. So let's take another law job and start judging them. As always, I'm Crash Rowsell of Crash the Skylands, and this is every Doomraider fight ranked from worst to best. But before you start leaving your comments saying how Chef Pepperjack and Dreamcatcher were robbed in Imaginators, which I agree, they were. Chef Pepperjack would have been an amazing fire sensei, even though I do love Taekwondo Crow. Just remember to be respectful. There's certain people out there who are going to disagree with the fact that Chef Pepperjack should have been Imaginators and some who shouldn't. I mean, they're wrong, but I'm allowed to say that because I'm going to be respectful of that. I understand that they don't think they deserve that, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the battles themselves, and certain battles are not as great as the others. I mean, there's one battle that doesn't even actually be a battle, and for some reason people love that one. Maybe I should do a video on all the villain fights, but Sheep Crew would be number one. See, that'd be biased, see? People out there are going to disagree with that too. So just understand that I'm going to do my best here and that I have opinions. And if you don't like what I say, you are allowed to say it in the comments below as long as you're respectful. That's us, what we do here on the channel. We are nice little people and we always give out cookies. Like, to your browser. You don't get physical cookies. Sorry, I'm lying. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Let's talk about Doomraider battles. And you remember that time that I beat Chef Pepperjack with just Sprocket? You should go watch that. It was on a live stream. Oh, it's brilliant. So many people were so mad. I was not. Anyways, let's get back to it. Number 10, the Gulper. This isn't even a fight, so due to technicality, it shouldn't even be on this list. But I had to keep it fair and rank them all, no matter if there was even a fight at all. Although I enjoy the platforming leading to Gulper's demise, it would have been a million times better to actually fight him, since only moments before you had the amazing fight with Sheep Creep. A minor letdown kicks off our list. Number 9, Chaos. For anyone who knows me, I cannot stand this fight with Chaos. It's needlessly hard for no reason, even on a normal difficulty, and has no right to be this challenging. Of course, you're all just going to say I'm bad at the game, to which you're not wrong, but I'm also not the only one in this boat. With the previous 3 games, the Chaos boss fights were creative and a bit challenging, but this fight completely changed that. I didn't even feel happy after beating the first time, and God forbid when I had to do it on Nightmare mode. Cue the, I beat him first try, and I didn't even lose a Skylander comments. No one cares. No one cares. Number 8, Nightshade. In execution, the Dark Level pack has its pros, and when we first meet Nightshade, I was pleasantly surprised. A weirdly likable villain that reminds you of Flynn with his charisma and charm makes you excited to face off against him in the end. Too bad that's the only compliment I can give it. I understand that it gets tired at the end and you can just beat him easy, but the whole fight isn't even fun. It's just trying to find him running in a circle and hitting him a few times just to be able to beat him easy at the end. Why even try? Just wait for him to be tired. Very disappointing, to say the least. Number 7, Dreamcatcher. I knew a fight with Dreamcatcher would be interesting, but lackluster isn't the word I was looking for. The first time I met Dreamcatcher and did the battle arena fight, it made me excited to head to her world to face her. Weirdly, it was an odd moment when I found out I had to wake sleeping Mabus, then hit her a few times, just to wake Mabus again, rinse and repeat. A fight with Dreamcatcher had so much potential to be something big and bold, mixing reality with the dreamland, but sadly, we got a lackluster fight instead. Number 6, Luminous. Now, many people can claim this fight could be bland since it's the same thing over and over, but however, I disagree. Although the fight does have a repetitive feel to it, it gets progressively harder, but not hard enough to make you angry, and having the perspective change towards the end throws you for a curveball you didn't expect. I'm also giving it bonus points for the entire swerve we get as Megs was luminous all along. And I know that has nothing to do with the fight, but not many of us believed it right away, and it did catch us off guard the first time. Don't look at me like that, this is my list! Number 5, Dr. Crankcase. The pure challenge mixed with fun of this fight makes this the perfect spot for it. Adding the extra enemies to fight makes the challenge of actually fighting Crankcase something you have to actually plan and strategize when you attack and when to run. This fight comes at the right time also, as you just started helping Chaos fight back against the Doomraiders. It also works great once Crankcase has realized that Wolfgang is out for himself and Crankcase is all alone, making you feel bad for him as you finish him off.
With this big mix of feelings, I actually feel good trapping him afterwards and making him good. I felt like it's my civic duty. Number 4, Golden Queen. As you approach the final battle with Golden Queen, you are blissfully unaware that this isn't the final battle, as Chaos is shortly after, which makes this fight with Golden Queen a grand battle, as there are 3 different waves to fight her. Fighting her as regular-sized Golden Queen feels like a classic challenge, but after you beat her, she grows mega-sized and the battle gets even crazier. Little did you know again that she decides to crawl after you, forcing you to run away from her with no idea how you're going to beat her finally, until the very end when gravity gets the best of her. For a final fight, the Golden Queen fight is something I'm always excited, yet stressed, to play. Number 3, Chompy Mage. Before that one person comments about how easy the fight can be with the Skylander that flies, let's try to look past that and see the fight for what it truly is. An amazing first real boss fight. Having Chompy Mage give you the first real challenge only 3 levels in makes this fight more surprising. Learning his patterns and studying where he'll land when he'll attack is something you don't expect this early in the game, even if you have a way to cheese it super easy. If I had to put the weird glitches or exploits on the list to affect ratings, Trap Team would never even have lists. This game is broken, y'all. Number 2, Wolfgang. This fight is the hardest fight in the game for the Doomraiders, if you don't include Chaos. I don't care what any of you say. I don't care that someone is bound to put in the comments that they beat him easy on Nightmare Mode with just Trailblazer on level 1. No, this fight is difficult. However, I always look forward to this fight. This fight is known as the Lock Killer, as I always lose multiple Skylanders to this fight on hard or higher. Still doesn't mean I never look forward to this fight and the laser light show involved. Watching Wolfgang just attack from each way and trying to figure out how and what he will do next is a thrill. There's a reason he's Skyland's resident rockstar. Even in defeat, he goes out in style. Number 1, Chef Pepperjack. It is an injustice that Skylanders gave us one of the best boss fights in the entire franchise just to have Chef Pepperjack ripped away from us in Imaginators. As one of the most likable and unique characters in the game, you build up to his boss fight excited to see what you're in for. And what you're in for is one of the coolest boss fights, mixing straight attacks to environmentally damaging moments, and the fact you have to avoid exploding T-bones, all while attacking Chef Pepperjack. This fight is the chef's kiss of boss battles in Trap Team. You really think I was going to let a video go without using a pun? That's why I saved the best for last. And that's my list. What's your favorite Doom Raider fight and why is it Golden Queen? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want more spicy Skylander goodness, I have a ton of friends making content in the description below. Plus, for some reason, if you want to see more from me, remember to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more. I post Skylander content pretty frequently, if it isn't obvious. But as always, I bid you farewell.